Hello everyone. After watching this video, you will not see planning your cross the same way. When you plan your cross, also look at what's going to end up back here in the middle. If it's a good edge or if it's one of these ones back here. That is very, very useful because after you do your cross, if it happens to be back here, the pair you're going to do, you already know which one it is just by looking at the side. You're like, oh yeah, this is the one that I need, or this is the one that I need. Also, learning all four sides inserts is very useful because it's gonna be more efficient and you don't have to be rotating the cube so much, which is gonna shaking the cube. It's harder to look ahead. It'll be a lot faster. Creating the habit now of planning your cross along with what's gonna end up back here, it's easier than creating a habit of not looking back here. Have it go on for a year and then trying to break that habit. The longer a habit goes on, the harder it is to break. That's why practicing the right way, it is very, very important. You do not want to create a habit that's bad, like Mitzel doing this, and then later on realize that you're averaging 10 seconds, and if you didn't have to do this, you would be a sub 10. And breaking that habit, the longer it goes, the harder it's going to be. You just plan your cross and look at how the pieces are going to be affected, and look at what's going to end up here and here. If it's a good edge for a pair or a bad one. Like with this scramble, I know that this is going to end up here and this one is going to end up here, because how I'm gonna do the cross is I'm going to do this. I'm just gonna put this one here. This one is going to go here and then it's gonna have to go down here. So it's gonna move it from here to here, this one. This one on the back, this one is going to be here and then that, and that is going to push this one up here. That's how I know. And it sounds really complicated, but the more you do it, the better you get at it, and it just becomes instinct. At first, do it on time solves and take as long as you need to do it to figure that out. Eventually, it's just going to be like second nature, and do it with the time allowed for inspection without a problem. So you do your cross, this one is here like I was saying, and then when you do this one, pushes this one here. Now from here, you already know what's back here. You know this is a good edge and this one isn't. This one is going to eventually end up here. So you don't have to concern yourself with that. You can look around the cube when you insert this one here. This one is coming out. When you insert this one here, obviously this is going to come out. You know this is the one, and you gain this knowledge by knowing the white is here when you know all four side inserts for F2L. You just look at it and you know that's the one. You should wait until you know intuitive advanced F2L to learn all four side inserts though, because that way you will look at it as something to adapt to and not as an algorithm. You insert this one here, takes it out here. You'll be able to track these pairs to these pieces. Like you insert it, you know it's gonna end up here, and you know is this one that. Knowing those things, it's very, very helpful. You won't waste so much time after you do this one looking for what's gonna go here. For this scramble, I know this one is going to end up here and this one is going to end up here, because I'm gonna move this one over so I can put this one down, and then I'm gonna do that, and then this one is gonna have to go down here, so from here is gonna go here. And this one, when I do this, adjust this one, and then this one here, it's gonna put it back here. So those things, just do on time solves. Just really take your time to figure those things out, and eventually it's just gonna be second nature. So we do the cross. There it is. So we start with the first pair, which is this one. It's gonna go here. When you do this, it gives you an opportunity to look around instead of concerning yourself with this. You already know what's back there. You can do this one now since it was here, and this is just your last layer. Doing those things are very, very useful. You will get to the point where you know when these are good bad edges, and you're gonna be able to see it really quickly, or bad edges. Almost feels like half of the solve is done on inspection. You definitely want to practice the right way. Having good habits and practicing the right way is very, very important. It'll save you a lot of headaches. Working this in right now, it'll be a lot easier than later on, a year later, when you are close to sub 10 and you're find out that, oh wow, back here is very important. What's back here? Right now, if you develop that habit, you won't have to do it later, and you won't have to break bad habits. Like another habit that I see a lot of people have is they are good and they average like 10 seconds, but they're doing this. And because of that, they're not sub 10. This is a big waste of time when you can just look at it during the cross, and like I said, just during inspection, look at how the pieces are affected, if this is going to be a good or bad edge, and take as long as you need. Just do on time solves and really look at it. There isn't many moves, and you'll know all of them pretty soon, the more you work on it. And it's gonna become second nature. You'll do it without thinking about it. You already know, yeah, this is gonna be a good edge, and it'll be a lot easier to plan your first pair, because you know this is the one, and then eventually you're gonna start tracking the other part. I hope it helps.